World Cup qualifying, South America Uruguay vs Ecuador prediction, team news, lineups preview. Marcelo Bielsa's Uruguay will look to put off-field drama and a disappointing defeat last week to one side when they host Ecuador in Montevideo on Tuesday. A surprise defeat in Peru on Friday has seen many nations close the gap on Uruguay in CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying, while Ecuador continued their fine campaign with another positive result on matchday 9. Match preview. After a fantastic start to qualifying at the end of 2023, which saw Uruguay beat both Brazil and Argentina, they looked as though they were cruising towards a fifth straight World Cup. However, their form since elimination in the Copa America semifinals over the summer has been slightly concerning, with some key players missing due to suspension after the melee which ensued after the defeat to Colombia. A huge slip-up on Friday saw Bielsa's men lose in Peru, handing the Blanquirroja their first win in the section, as La Celeste's defense was breached for the first time in almost 10 hours of qualifying action. 2 0-0 draws in September's fixtures means Uruguay are still without a goal since that Copa exit, and even though they are still in a comfortable position in third, they now have just a 4-point buffer between themselves and the playoff place. The off-field drama which broke when Luis Suarez accused Bielsa of creating a toxic atmosphere in the Uruguay camp may not have helped, as they suffered a sixth straight game without a win in 90 minutes in Lima. Uruguay have never lost an international at home to Ecuador though, and they have only dropped points on 3 occasions when facing off in qualifying, but the visitors have proven to be awkward customers of late. Sebastian Becasis's men kept another clean sheet in drawing 0-0 with Paraguay last week, their 5th and 6th qualifiers, as they continue to pick up points at a steady pace. As one of the biggest overachievers so far, Ecuador have not let a 3-point deduction dictate their campaign, because without it, they would be above Brazil and level on points with their upcoming opponents. Only Argentina and Brazil have got the better of La Tri in the campaign so far, but in what is a devilishly close section, the points deduction means Ecuador are still under threat from those behind them. Venezuela and Paraguay kept in touch on matchday 9, and Bolivia's win saw them close the gap, as just 3 points separate 4th from 8th in CONMEBOL at the halfway stage. Having reached 4 of the last 6 World Cups though, including the last edition in Qatar, Ecuador are well-versed at navigating South American qualifying, and with 2 additional spots now available. They should still be among the most fancied sides to make the 2026 finals. Team news. Uruguay are able to call upon Darwin Núñez here despite the suspension he was handed following the chaos against Colombia, as the Court of Arbitration for Sport have temporarily suspended it while they review an appeal. Rodrigo Bentancur still has one more game to serve on his ban, but Jose Maria Jimenez, Matias Oliveira and Ronald Araujo are all available again after 3-match suspensions. Araujo is currently out injured though so is not part of the squad, with fellow defenders Sebastian Cáceres and Lucas Alaza also currently sidelined, as Bielsa had to use Manuel Ugarte and Guillermo Varela as makeshift centre-backs against Peru. Iner Valencia is set to be joined by Moises Caicedo as the only Ecuadorian with at least 50 caps in the current squad here, with the Chelsea man set to hit the milestone despite still only being 22. Despite leaving 10 players out from the previous squad in September, Becasis still has largely a full-strength squad to choose from, with the likes of Piero Hincapié, Willian Pacho and Pervis Estupinan all available. The Ecuador boss would have preferred to have Carlos Guerreiro and Jegson Mendes in the squad too though, but the duo are currently sidelined with injury. Uruguay possible starting lineup: Rochet, Varela, Jimenez, Bueno, Oliveira, Ugarte, Valverde, de Arrasqueta, Pellistri, Núñez, Araujo. Ecuador possible starting lineup: Galindez, Torres, Pacho, Hincapi, Preciado, Franco, Caicedo, Estupinan, Plata, Valencia, Paez. We say, Uruguay 0-0 Ecuador. Uruguay are the joint top scorers in qualifying with 13, but have not scored in their last 3 games, and against a mean Ecuador defense, they could struggle once again. Clean sheets are guiding Ecuador through this qualifying campaign, as the 0-0 last week was the 6th straight qualifier involving them that has seen 1 goal or less scored, and Uruguay's recent attacking woes suggests this could go the same way. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.